tippy tie my damies, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 2 of Reviewedly Interrupted. Episode 54 altogether. And we're doing Critters 2. The main course. That's right. So the first one, that was just the appetizer. That was just to wet the whistle a little bit, get you ready for the main course. And I tell you what, this sequel is a lot of fun. I actually remember this one being played more on TV back in the day than the original. I don't know why, but I just remember it more. Probably that terrific song that's in it. And look, I've been doing my notes in this little guy. See, it's got really lines that are really close together because it's for people that write tiny. I don't really exactly write tiny, but my pal who does write tiny got different things like this made. They were like, he was having them sold on like Amazon, through Amazon and stuff like that. So, you know, if he can find the link like he's supposed to, I'm gonna help him out and throw it in there. So it's like, if you write tiny, if you like to pack a lot of words on one page, then if I get the link, I'll post it and you can pick one of these up. Hey. All right, Critters 2, the main course. Came out in '88, 2 years later. So it took him 2 years to get to this sequel and everything. A little under an hour and a half long, 125. Nice little, quick little sprint of a movie. And again, rated PG-13, so it's fun for the whole family. There's some titties in this one though. Like 2 years later, what is it, 86? PG-13, no titties. I don't know how they snuck some titties in a PG-13 movie, but they did. There's titties in it. It's kind of funny. We got some returning cast. We got Scott Grimes coming back. Terrence Mann as Ugg. Don Keith Opper. Oh, he is like... Now see, his Charlie is like the Reggie Bannister of the Phantasm series. He's the Reggie of this series, and it's great. Lin Shaye is back in this one, and it's awesome to see Lin Shaye in it. And then there's also like pictures that are probably going to pop up. So as I'm saying this, it's just like they're going to pop up, and like probably in no order or whatever. But there's also Leanne Curtis in it, Eddie Deason. Like you'll be like, who? And then you'll see the picture and be like, oh fuck, that's right, that guy. I didn't know his name. Sam Anderson, Tom Hodges, and Barry fucking Corbin. The picture I'm using of Barry Corbin is an older one, because if you saw him now, he looks kind of like Wilford Brimley's brother, who's like, you know, been doing manual labor for like years, and he finally retired like about 10, 15 years ago and everything. It's like, I wouldn't say he's unrecognizable, but it's like a lot of people that don't know him as well wouldn't recognize him as easily, you know? So I used a little older ones. You'd be like, oh, okay, that guy. All right, directed by Mick Garris, which is pretty fucking cool. Mick Garris, he has done a lot of like Stephen King adaptations. He was also the one that started that fucking Starz Masters of Horror. It was because of him we had the Masters of Horror series, which, if you know about that, it's fucking great. And now let's jump into these notes. Okay, so it has the same kind of beginning as number one. Number one starts off, it's in space, shit's going on, and then bloop, okay, here we are on Earth. Lovely jumps. I mean, it's a little different how we get to Earth, because it's just like boom, we're there, whatever. But it has the same kind of ending. It's almost like it's starting off, it's like, okay, you know, it's like it's starting with the same kind of formula, which is pretty cool. And I love the practical effects. I mean, it's fucking late 80s. There was a little bit of CGI in there. You could tell there was a little bit of the computer stuff, but they kept it really light and let the practical effects play more, which was pretty cool. Well, yeah. And then this one is much more corny and slapstick, especially at the beginning with Charlie. It's a little more slapstick, a little more goofy. And you think it's almost going to be like more lighthearted, like a PG-13 with less cussing and definitely no titties. So it's like, from the bat, it's like, hey, you know, it's gonna be more lighthearted, more family, and then they throw titties in later, and just it's like totally out of nowhere. Okay, and we also find out just a teensy bit more about the Krites. It's not like we learn a lot about them, but we learn like a little bit more. Turns out that these motherfuckers are just like assholes all over the galaxy. There you go. Intergalactic assholes. Because they're like, dude, no, we got to wipe this species out because they go all over the place and do fucking asshole shit. So I think that's kind of cool where it's just like, we find out that they are much more widespread than anywhere near Earth, that they're like out there all over just fucking shit up. And because this is a sequel, this time we got the movie trope of the town that wants to forget the horrors of its past. Shit has went down, some crazy stuff, whatever, but they just want to put it behind them and move on and forget about it because it's a blight on their happy little sunshine shit that they got going on. So I do kind of like that, and it's like a perfect, simple, easy, like kind of plot pusher alonger. So that, like, I dug it. And Krite eggs. We see them at the end of the first one. We see them for a second. It's like, oh shit. And then of course they come into big play here because for some reason Critters 2 and Easter are like that now. They are intertwined forever. Easter Bunny, Resurrection of Jesus, Critters 2. Those are the three big ones. The three fucking big ones for Easter. So remember that next holiday season. But one thing I wonder is, how do they reproduce? Are these things fucking? Are there male and female? It's like I think there is one of the sequels later on where there's a female one or some shit like that. I know, and definitely in like Critters Attack, there's like a cute one. I like how they get to that. We'll get to that. But yeah, it's like all of a sudden there's just eggs, and it's like, all right, are they? I don't know how they're doing it, but there was a bunch of shit and eggs there, man. A whole bunch of shit and eggs. There's like dozens of them of eggs. It's like a variable egg cornucopia. But like, yeah, it's just like, I don't think they ever, like, I gotta watch the sequels. It's been a minute since I've seen them, but maybe later on we'll find out how they reproduce. I can't fucking remember if they say. We'll find out. But it's still a quaint small town. Although all that bullshit happened, like, we come to find out that the town was pretty much, everybody else was pretty removed from it. There was a very small group of people, which it was a very small group of people we dealt with in the first movie, that actually really dealt with the shit. While everybody else just kind of was like, what? Those crazy assholes, the Browns. And so they're just like, just trying to move on, and it looks like, and it says it's a real town at the end, but it looks like a fucking set. I've seen that fucking town in something. I know it. Let's get to something major here. The Hungry Heifer song. It will stick in your head. You will love it, because I know for sure, for 100% surety, that it is true that the Hungry Heifer will not feed you a bum steer. It's only top quality ground beef at the Hungry Heifer. They won't feed you a bum steer. And then, this happens every time I watch this movie. I completely fucking forget, but the whole Ugg and Lee bounty hunters, ugly, derp, I love it. It's like, because I get so into the movies when I'm watching them that it doesn't like really click right off the bat. But this time I was like really paying attention because, making notes. So it's like, ugly, good one. I like how there's the juxtaposition of like this lilty light music against like the Krites doing crazy shit and just eating people and devouring shit and everything. It's very like Burbsy, you know what I'm saying? It's like that type of fucking feel where it's like, oh, do, but then like horrible shit is actually happening on the screen. And this time they add the element of the cute little innocent girl who we know eventually will find herself in mortal danger. It's like Shoner's like, oh yeah, she's got she's a little bit of a scamp and everything, but she's a good little girl. It's like, she's gonna fucking do something to get herself in danger and just like put somebody else's life at risk because these goddamn kids, and I wish they would stay off my fucking lawn. Skateboarding on the sidewalks, it's bullshit. Cut your hair and get a job. The reuniting friends part. It's like there's a lot of shit that they put in here. Like I said, the little town that wants to forget its past. the still a quaint small town, the cute little girl that's gonna be in trouble later. And then we got the reuniting friends dealio, where it's like, oh, they've been through some shit in the first one, they've split up and are apart, and then they come back together to, of course, have to do the same shit again. And it's like, I don't know why they're not asking, why does this shit keep happening to us? Like, who did we piss off cosmically to put ourselves in this position yet again with these little fucking guys? And I do like the Lee's first transformation, where he he looks at the Playboy and he turns into the fucking chick and everything. And that's when they show the titties, and which is still like how they got a PG-13 for that. I guess things changed a little later in the 80s, where it's like, yeah, you can show titties for a minute and it's fine, or fun for the whole family. But the goofiness, the little goofy shit that they throw in there, the giant staple because it was a centerfold that's like in the middle of the body there, that shit. It's like so fucking cheesy. It's so cheesy and corny and just dorky and just fun. You see it and you're just like, ah, shit, dude. And it's part of that fun. And I do like the upgraded leaf blowers in this. This is like, they bought like a mid-range model the first time of leaf blower, where it was a good one. It was a good one, where it's like it was an electric. I would say, well, they were electric ones. Like plug it in, you charge it, you take it out there, you run an extension cord, you blow some leaves. These are the gas-powered Husqvarnas of the goddamn leaf blower community right here. I mean, these ones have handles. They've upgraded to have handles, people. The first time it's just like holding it. Now they're like, dude, what if we put handles on the fucking shit that we're using as a weapon so we can hold it better? And it's like, oh my God, we can travel through space, but like we couldn't think to put handles on our weapons. But I'm glad society caught up with that technology wherever they're from. Oh God. One thing I do love is like some movies use like different point of view cameras for different stuff. Like in, it gets shit on a lot. Alien 3, but just the camera work where it shows the alien point of view, where it's like running on the walls and on the ceiling as it's chasing and everything. Well, this one, how the critter roll, where just the camera just were there over and over. I really dug how they threw that in there. Just kind of like, it's like a little kind of like almost dorky thing again. And let's do a little product placement. Maybe I can get an endorsement from Propel. Propel, hydration in liquid form. I think that's their slogan. Oh no, I actually really do like Propel. I don't know. They're pretty good. But Propel, fitness water for when you want to be fit and hydrated. I mean, seriously, if you want to be fit and hydrated, you drink Propel, because I mean, it has both. Why would you drink something that only has one? Well, like, why would you drink something that just has fitness? Then you're not getting hydrated. And if you're just getting hydrated, where are you going to get your fitness? So don't be a dumbass. Drink the Propel so you can get the fitness hydration, okay? All right. Now, the thing what I think is like, especially with the baby crites, is that basically critters are like if gremlins and hedgehogs fucked and had a baby. Gremhogs. Hedgelins? Crites. Yeah, they basically look like, they have the attitudes and this whole fucking fuckery bullshit, like these little impish assholes, like the gremlins, but they look like little fucking hedgehogs just running around. So it's like, they're like, maybe more like if hedgehogs all of a sudden developed like a really bad heroin habit, and that's what they turned out to be. They kind of look like hedgehogs that had a really bad drug habit for a while, and life was rough. And they were on Skid Row, just like doing unspeakable things with their mouths and holes for money in that next fix. And then So much promise. Just, that's another story. All right. And what I think is crazy is, okay, so Charlie's a fucking bounty hunter now. You see Ugg running around? Fucking leaf blower 3000. You see Lee running around? Leaf blower 3000. Here comes Charlie bounty hunter. They don't give him shit. Like, they don't trust him with the one that they're fucking getting. Like, Chuck, you're cool, bro. You're with us. You're helping us hunt this shit and everything. But as far as a weapon that does a lot of damage and everything, you clumsy fuck, you don't get one. I'm sorry. So it's like, kind of like, and what's funny is at the beginning, he's running around and he's like defenseless or whatever. I don't know. But I thought it was very poignant that, like, you know, I thought that was kind of important to show in there that, like, he's a part of that group now running around doing that shit. The people that we met in the first one, the bounty hunters we met in the first one, he's with them doing that shit. And he's been doing it for 2 years. But yet he has not gotten a weapon. And see, here's one thing to remember about the Krites. They are crafty dumbasses. They do some dumbass shit. They're dorky. They're clumsy. They just fucking derpy. They're very derpy, but they're very, very smart and crafty. They're the way they like figure stuff out. That's kind of, they're like the fucking coyote. They are basically the fucking coyote, and all these people are the roadrunner. And sometimes they get the roadrunner, but then sometimes they don't. Yeah. Undercover Ugg. Oh yeah, when he, like, I thought it was pretty neat because, like, it adds this whole new element to the bounty hunters, and like they're switching around shit, their transformations and everything. Where it's like, of course they're humanoid, and so like they transform, and it's in a human form. Like you can imagine them on other planets like transforming into humanoid forms, but in this, it shows that they can transform into like anything. Because it, like, Ugg transforms himself into that, the bigger critter and everything, and he looks just like the Krite. So I thought that was like pretty cool. And I already said that one, so I could skip that one. But the giant critter ball was kind of cool. Just looked like a, it looked fucking wild. I wish it would have shown more. Like, I found a way to do more with showing all the critters with them sitting there with their mouths out. It got a little hard to see because they're spinning, so you can kind of see the middle, but like, you know, if you saw like a real up close, it would look crazy as shit. And I just thought it was like kind of a neat concept, but you got it, but now I'm wondering, was it a solid one? Were they just making a giant ball and it was hollow on the inside? Like, were they holding hands, like hands across the fucking America and shit, and just like, and goes up? It's like, I don't know the science behind the critter ball, but like, I thought it was like kind of neat. I don't know. I like how Ugg honored Charlie. It shows that he, along with fucking what's his fuck, like how their friendship, how it's like Charlie is just so endearing, you know, that people just fucking love Charlie. You know, so Ugg honors him by making himself look like Charlie. And I thought that was like pretty cool. It just shows that like Charlie is a very important character. He seems like just the doofy one. You're like, oh yeah, you know how like people in the movie kind of pass him off in a way. But like, he's very important to some people. He tugs at your heartstrings. Charlie is a love harpist. Or a heart harpist? A heart pissed. He's a hard piss. He's a very hard piss is what he is. And at the end there, where it's like, you know, maybe things are looking up for Charlie. He gets tossed the sheriff badge and everything, you know? It's like, hey, Chuck, I'm right in our town now. You're sheriff now. It's like, I don't think that's how that works. I think it's an elected official position, but you know, it's like, are things looking up for Charlie? Maybe he's gonna get respect and everything. And we will find out in the next movie when we do Critters 3. But yeah, it's like maybe things are looking up for Charlie. And I love at the very end there where it's like 80s movies. I love how they do this shit. The wildest, craziest, most disastrous, most bloody, gory, fucking death, mayhem, bullshit will happen. And at the end, it's just like, all right, you guys want to go get some milkshakes? You know, it's just like, you see people walking around town and it's just like, oh man, let's just get back to normal and everything. And it's just like, they're playing like fetch with their dog in the little park there. It's like, dude, some of your friends and neighbors are fucking dead right now. They're like bloody bones with bits of flesh still kind of attached to them out in the field. The guy that gets run over by the critter ball. It's like, dude, your best friend Jerry is out there dead in the field and you're playing fetch with your fucking dog right now. I think somebody needs to get on the phone to somebody and be like, bro. Or are they just going to cover it up? They're like, listen, man, Jerry left town and we just don't talk about Jerry anymore. Oh, man, we just don't talk about him. But, I don't know, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I thought it was a fun one. Like I said, it's the one I remember the most. Probably because of that fucking song. At the hungry heifer, we won't feed you a bum steer. And it plays it over and over again. I love how the end credits, boom, starts right in with that fucking song. Good shit. But like, I don't know, it was fun, you know, and it's been fun going back through the Critters movies and watching them, and you know, and next it'll be Critters 3. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. You know, it's like they're bouncing around. Look, the third one's in the city. Like I said, it's been a while since I've seen any of these, and I should remember them better. But I shove so much shit in my head, movie wise, and TV show wise, and everything. Like, I forget bits and pieces. I forget some stuff, and plus I'm getting older. Yeah, and you know how brains work when you get older. It's slowly turning to mush, and before you know it, on episode, like, I don't know, 517, I'll just be sitting here fucking drooling, and they'll be like, oh, we need to change him. Is he still doing these shows? How did he even get that phone? But like, you know. So yeah, that's that. I got the IMDb link in the comments. I got the fucking Tubi link. It's on Tubi right now, so if you want to go watch it, if you haven't seen any of the Critters ones, you know, and I think they're all on there, so it's like, shit, if you want to binge watch them and you haven't seen them, or for nostalgia reasons or just fun reasons because you're a horror fan like me and you just want to watch the Critters movies, you can go watch them for free on Tubi. I'm still championing Tubi. I will continue to do so. I love you, Tubi. You're the best free app out there, and I will always love you, no matter where you go, no matter what you do. I will be right here waiting for you. Sounds familiar. Is that? No, I'm pretty sure I made that up. I'm pretty sure that was completely original and came straight from my brain. It's not turning to mush. I swear to God, it's not. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to go watch some special features and shit because I didn't read. Let me read really quick what the special features it's got for this one is the main course, The Making of Critters 2. You got to love it with all the fucking interviews. Love the interviews. I love this shit. Behind the scenes footage, theatrical trailer, TV spot, and still gallery. So not really as much special features, which tends to happen a lot with some of these, some of the sequels. It's like the first one or two or something like that. The bigger, more well-known ones will be packed. And then as it goes on, it'll be like, oh, interactive menus and theatrical trailer. And then it's like, sweet, man, you don't even have commentaries. You're just like, I don't give a fuck, man. It's like, here's the trailer that people saw, kind of, and yeah, an interactive menu, which, like, you scroll to click on shit. That's the interactive menu. But yeah, so I will be back next week with episode 55. Season 2, Episode 3 of Reviewedly Interrupted will be doing Critters 3. So, Wadata, and I think I've signed your pity on the running kind pretty well with Critters 2, the main course. Thank you for joining me on this critically acclaimed show, which Gene Shalit once lauded, what? I've never heard of it. And Siskel and Ebert once, like, once went on record as saying, who's doing what now? I don't know what that is. So, I mean, the critics have been loving it. Yeah. 2 thumbs up. All right, enough of this bullshit. Deuces, I'm out.
Yeah.